Right now, a former YouTuber who built his brand on picking up chicks and pranks is sitting in jail for 3 years because of what happened during a relatively normal hookup. The scary part? Most guys are making the same exact mistakes without realizing how easily it can backfire. Today I'm breaking down the Jack Denmo case and the 4 mistakes that he made so that this never happens to you. Here's a quick recap of what actually matters. Jack had a girl over his place who was a fan of his channel, and of course they started hooking up. Now during the BJ, Jack had the brilliant idea of taking his phone out and trying to record, and this made the girl a little freaked out, but they wound up having sex anyway. Afterwards, she got worried about the video, went to the police, and ultimately Jack was arrested for sexual assault. She claimed that basically she withdrew her consent during the camera incident, and Jack claimed that the consent was still there all throughout. At that point, it largely came down to a he said versus she said. Unfortunately for Jack, the judge wound up siding with her, and now he's serving 3 years in jail. Personally, I think the sentence is way too harsh, but that's not the main point here. The issue is Jack made a series of bad decisions that put him in a position where things could go very easily wrong, and those are exactly the kind of mistakes you need to avoid. Here are the exact mistakes that Jack made during this encounter. Had he not done these, there's a very high likelihood that none of this would have happened. The first and biggest mistake was taking his phone out trying to record the blowjob. Now some girls are going to be into recording, but surprising her with it during the moment is risky as hell. Even Jack himself pointed to her fear of the potential video as the main reason why she went to the police. Now if you do want to record, my advice is you don't do it the very first time you guys are hooking up. After you finish and you're laying in bed, you can casually bring up the idea and gauge her interest. That is a lot more ethical and also effective than just randomly busting out your phone mid-hookup. The second mistake was a lot smaller. According to court transcripts, Jack lasted about 3 minutes. Now this alone would not have mattered, but here's something guys often forget. The better the experience that she has, the less likely you are to have issues afterwards. If she walks away satisfied, she's a lot more likely to want to see you again. She's also more likely to send you a positive text when she gets home, and a lot less likely to regret the experience or create drama afterwards. And these positive texts offer you massive protection. So what should you do instead? It's simple. Just make sure she has a good time. And look, if you can't help it and you finish really fast, it's not a big deal. You can just recover in 10-15 minutes and go again. She will respect the effort. The third mistake was a lot more significant. Jack admits himself that after sex, he politely kicked her out almost immediately. And this is where things can turn south fast, because when you do that, she feels awkward, she feels used, and the whole experience ends on a negative note. And that negative feeling can fuel paranoia, regret, and potential drama later. Here's what you should do instead. Spend at least 20-30 minutes with her afterwards. Cuddle, talk, chill, make her feel good about what just happened. You want her walking out of your place thinking, that was a great experience, not, I was just used for sex. The last mistake, and this was a big one that most guys ignore, was not sending her a post-sex text. I always send something simple 20-30 minutes after she leaves, like that was fire emoji. If the experience was good, she's gonna probably respond with something positive. And now you have clear evidence that she enjoyed her time with you, which is good for both seeing her again and protecting yourself. I know some guys learn about this case and start freaking out. Oh my God, this can randomly happen to me. But this wasn't random. In large part, this was the result of a few avoidable mistakes that left the door wide open for things to go wrong. I've slept with hundreds of girls without any drama because I generally make sure that she leaves my place satisfied and respected. Do the same. Communicate clearly. Don't surprise her with any random recordings. Make sure you give her good aftercare, and don't forget that post-sex text. You'll have better sexual experiences, have higher retention, better connections, and way more peace of mind. But I want you guys to let me know in the comments what you think about this case and what was the biggest mistake Jack made.